What's going on, guys? So today's video I'm going to give to you my top 10 blind buys of 2017. Now I generally don't condone blind buying because, well, this hobby is very expensive. Now some people get a rush from blind buying because, you know, hey, you don't know what you're going to get. I find with blind buying, half the times some of the fragrances can be complete duds, while sometimes the other half, probably less than I would say half, are actual gems. Well, these are my best blind buys. Some of them are very safe, some of them are actually very expensive. They are in no particular order, but the final three are. Now the first one is actually from the House of Zegna, and I'm just going to put this out there. The House of Zegna is going to be dominating this list because they've been putting out some great scents, and this is becoming one of my favorite houses out there. But this one is Acqua di Bergamonte. So with this fragrance, hence the name, you get lots of bergamot. You also get some citrus notes, some floral notes, and some sea notes. This is extremely clean, it's fresh, it's natural. Now, when it comes to Zegna, you have two lines. You have their upper line, their exclusives, and then you have their designer line. This is kind of in between the two. Now, originally I thought that this was part of their luxury line, their exclusives, but I was wrong. It's actually a step down. This is actually a lot more affordable than their exclusives, but this really does smell of niche quality to my nose. Fragrance number two, I actually did a video with my girl Vava Couture when I was actually in New York City. This is Yop Homme Wild. So the notes of this fragrance, you get rum, pink pepper, white tobacco, and woody notes. I get none of that. I get a boozy accord though, but I also get lots of lavender, cinnamon with some vanilla. I have said this on camera, and I'm just repeating myself here, but this does come across as a combination of Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male and Mont Blanc Individuel. You know, a combination of the two. This is what I get, but this is a very safe scent. $25, $30. I do find it is very sexy though, especially with that cinnamon and that vanilla vibe. Again, those are not notes, but that's what I get. Very sexy scent, more of a night out, perfect for a younger man. Scent number three, Ferragamo Uomo Casual Life. So with this fragrance you get ambroxan, violet leaf, coffee, cashmere wood, cardamom, musk, and more. Now this is the flanker to the original Uomo that came out late last year. This one here is just a lot fresher and not as sweet. Now the original, complete sweet bomb. There was a lot of sweetness with that tiramisu note, that chocolate note. It is here, like that sweetness, but it is really toned down and the freshness is really amped up. Perfect spring, summer, perfect for a guy on a budget. And just because it does say casual life, you can wear this pretty much for any scenario. School, work, going out, but also semi-formal. So the next fragrance is actually a house that I'm associated with. Now, a lot of the guys, when they hear the name of this house, they naturally say, hey, that's Chad there. So I'm definitely identified with this house. This is Ferrari Silver Essence. So this is actually a very interesting scent. Now you do have woods, incense, cinnamon, pepper, but you also get a very interesting note of coconut. Now naturally I think of coconut as more of a summer note, but this is actually very well blended when it comes to the incense and the other notes. Perfect winter scent. This does come across as a little bit more mature, and I actually mean age-wise. It does come across as a little bit more of an older gentleman. But this is a very versatile fragrance. But for me, I picture mostly dressed up, night out, suit and tie. On a budget, $40 on Notino Fragrance Net. This is actually a fantastic scent. I do hope it gets more recognition in the community because this is actually a very different note, a very different fragrance I should say, with that incense, but particularly the coconut blend. Who would have known? Next fragrance is from a house that I'm really starting to dig. So as I stated at the beginning of this video, the House of Zegna will be dominating this video. This here is Zegna Shanghai. So this is a very basic fragrance. You get violet, you get cardamom, and you get woody notes. Now this is really what I get for the most part. Is I definitely get a lot of the violet with a little bit of the cardamom, and I get a little bit of the woods, but it's really just a very fresh fragrance with that violet leaf and the cardamom. Very nice scent, very simple breakdown. But I do find that this really does come across as a great springtime scent. More of a daytime scent if you ask me. But a very versatile fragrance, and this here only costs $20 or $25. There's actually three fragrances when it comes to this. You got the Shanghai, you got the New York, and you got the next scent, which is going to be Milan. Now with Milan, you only get three notes as well. You get clary sage, sandalwood, and fig. The most prominent note in this is the fig. This is actually my scent of the day. This is a very green fragrance. I really do like it. This is the epitome of springtime, even though it is the fall right now. But this definitely does come across as a very green scent. That fig is actually very juicy, but you also get a lot of the clary sage. So when you think of springtime scents, you definitely think of green. This fragrance is absolutely that. So scent number 7 is actually from the house of Hermes, and this is Eau de Neroli Doré. Now this is just little travel sprays. I ended up getting 4 different travel sprays instead of the actual bottle because, well, I don't need a giant bottle. And I only wanted a 50 ml, and I believe that the sales associate only said it comes in a 100 ml. So I really did not want that, and I can only have so many fresh, clean fragrances. Those are my types of scents. But after a while, they all start smelling the same. So I ended up getting Un Jardin sur le Toit, and I believe Un Jardin Pamplemousse or something like that. I can't remember. But with this fragrance, it's absolutely fantastic. So definitely lots of neroli, bitter orange, and saffron. This is the epitome of summertime. It's clean, fresh. It is unisex. It doesn't last the longest, apparently, from what a lot of people have mentioned on Fragrantica. But you know what? When it comes to try these ones on, just reapply. But I do love the smell of neroli. So the last 3 fragrances are actually my top 3, and they will be in particular order. So this house here, I'm associated with, it's Ferrari, Scuderia Forte. So you get plums, vanilla, you get cinnamon, fruity notes, woods, and more. Now this definitely does come across more as a fun, flirty type of scent. You can wear it in the daytime, but you can also wear it in the evening. Spring, fall, I find that it is a bit of a sexy fragrance. It has some depth with the fruity notes, but also with the cinnamon. The cinnamon is actually very well blended. It does give it that warming quality, but the fruits are really nice to it. I initially only bought this, it was a total blind buy. They didn't even have a tester bottle when I went to the Hudson's Bay Company. But you can get this for about $40 to $50 right now online. But total blind buy, this was absolutely one of the best blind buys of 2017. So scent number 9 is actually my second best blind buy of this year. This was actually a total blind buy. And I actually had to go to New York City in order to smell it because they don't have it up here in Canada. If they do, I haven't come across it. But this one here is Still Life in Rio from Olfactive Studios. Now the day that I actually got this is actually the day that I picked these up. So this here is just fantastic. This is the tropics in a bottle now. So the notes you get tons of citruses. Now there are different types of citruses in this fragrance. You get rum, you get ginger, you get coconut, and you get mint. Now this really is the epitome of a tropical vacation. You get that boozy note, you get the coconut, you get the ginger, you get the citruses. This is very fresh, it's natural, it's delicious, and it's very relaxing. Like, you know what, like I'm probably going to start wearing this one in the wintertime, even though that this is really just a summertime fragrance. I can't get away this wintertime, so I'm probably going to bust this out. But scent number 9, the second best fragrance of this year for me, boom, Still Life in Rio from Olfactive Studios. So scent number 10 is actually going to be the best blind buy of this year. I did a video of it, I did a review with Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, and I'm sorry, Carlos, if I mispronounced this one, but this is Ferragamo's La Comedia. So with this fragrance, you get pimento, you get vetiver, you get cardamom, guaiac wood, nutmeg, and the final note is citruses. I don't get any citruses whatsoever. The main notes that I get, lots of cardamom, lots of pimento, with a little bit of the nutmeg, and some vetiver. Fantastic scent. This is considered unisex, but I do find it's really a lot more masculine than it is feminine. But ladies, by all means, wear what you like. But this does come across as a sexy type of fragrance, but more so for the grown and sexy. For someone who is a little bit mature, because this actually does come with a bit of a price tag. But Ferragamo knocked a grand slam when it comes to this fragrance. So the best scent for me, blind buy wise, Ferragamo's La Comedia. So everyone, that is my top 10 best blind buys of 2017. So is there any here that you have smelled? Is there any here that you like? Name the 3 best blind buys of yours in the comment section below. Guys, thank you for your time. Take care, and we'll see you later.